Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make Takikomi-Gohan. So Takikomi-Gohan is just a general term for mixed rice. Several years ago I've also made a video of Kuri-Gohan, which is a type of Takikomi-Gohan using chestnuts. But you can put in pretty much anything. Today I'm just making a very typical variation of chicken and some vegetables. But you can also be very creative with this. You can also make it with edamame or any kind of fish. Probably most typical is a salmon, and also just with different kind of mushrooms. And then you have also a vegetarian variation of this. And also this is a great thing to put in a bento box, or you can make onigiri out of this. So I hope this video gives you some new ideas what to cook for Japanese food. Then, let's get started. Here are the ingredients for Takikomi-Gohan or mixed rice. So for the meat, I'm using chicken thigh meat. You can also make this with pork or beef. Or if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you can make this without the meat, and then you have strictly vegan Takikomi-Gohan. And then for the vegetable, today I have carrot, oyster mushroom, and Shimeji Mushroom. This is a Japanese type of mushroom. It has a really good taste to it. And then just to give it a little kick, I also have a ginger, but you don't have to put this in, or if you're making this for kids, you may want to avoid this because it may be a little bit tangy or spicy for the kids. Then I have regular Japanese sticky rice. And then for the seasoning, I have soy sauce, sugar, and then sake. This is Japanese wine, but if you don't have sake, you can just skip it and put the same amount of water instead. Now let's get into it. So as the first thing, let's cut up the vegetables. So for the carrot, I probably just need half of this. I'll cut up the bottom. So I want to cut this up in small strips. And to do that, I'm going to cut up diagonally like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line up like this and then cut up like this, and then you have strips of carrot. Then just like that, you have about the same size strips of carrot. And then for the Shimeji mushroom, probably just need half of this also. Break into half and then cut off the bottom like this. And then it'll just kind of break into pieces like this. And then that's that. And then for the oyster mushroom, I'm just gonna have to separate it like this in small pieces. So just like that. And then for the ginger, I'm just gonna cut off these dry parts and then peel off the skin. So this, I'm also gonna cut into small strips like carrot as well. I'm gonna slice them like this first. And then line it up like this. And then cut like this so that I have strips. Just like that. Then the next thing, I'm gonna cut up the meat. But when you cut the meat, make sure you wet the cutting board. Otherwise, the order of the meat will soak into the dry cutting board, and then even if you wash them, if you cut fruits or something like that, you won't have a good flavor. And it's also not hygienic. And so to cut this, I want to cut it like this. Also cut this into small strips. So just like that. By the way, this kind of chicken strip is very useful. Whenever I buy chicken meat, I usually buy more than what I need and then cut up in these small strips like this and lay it flat like this and freeze it. And then it comes quite handy if you want to quickly put it into some other dishes like udon noodle, or if you want to make oyakodon, and these come very handy if you have cut up like this and then have it in freezer. Then that's done preparing the ingredients. So this next step is totally optional, which is to fry the chicken meat before cooking with the rice. It's an extra step, so if you're in a hurry, you don't have to do this, but I think it'll just add a little more depth to the flavor because I think it'll give a little more smoky flavor to it. But like I said, it's optional, so you don't have to do this. And for that, I have a frying pan, turn the heat to high. Then I'm gonna put in some frying oil. Any oil will do, just about a teaspoon or so. So once it's been heated, I'm gonna put in the chicken meat. And then I'm just gonna sear the meat like this. So once the surface is seared up like this, then this is finished. Then turn the heat off and then put this to the side. So as the next thing, I'm gonna rinse the rice. So in a pot, I'm gonna put some water in here. I'm gonna mix it like this with my hands and rub the rice grains against each other. Then I'm gonna put some water in here. As you can see, the water is white. This is the excess starch and you want to get rid of this. Then I'm going to keep mixing like this. So after mixing for about 30 seconds or so, I'm going to put some water in here again. I'm going to rinse it a little bit more with running water. And I'm gonna leave it like this for a minute or so and then let the water drain a little bit. So a minute has passed, get rid of this water, and then put this back in here. So then this rice, let's put everything together. So for cooking Japanese sticky rice, you want to put 1 to 1.2 ratio of water. I have another video on how to cook Japanese rice properly. I'm showing there everything you need to know about cooking Japanese rice. So if you're interested in that, please watch that first. But I'm also cooking other things with the rice. So for the Takikomi-Gohan, you want to put 1 to 1 ratio of rice to water. So 1 cup of rice, I have 1 cup of water. And then here 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of sake. If you don't have sake, you can also put the same amount of water. Sake will just add a little more depth to the flavor. And then 1 teaspoon of sugar. Then here I'm gonna put everything together. So by the way, this oil contains a lot of umami in it, and let's not waste that. And all the vegetable. And also the ginger. This may seem a lot of ingredients, but don't worry, they shrink when they get cooked. And then I want to leave it like this in flavored water for at least half an hour in the summer or an hour in the winter. And then let the rice soak in the water. So an hour has passed. As you can see, rice is soaked at the water. So I'm going to put the lid on and then turn the heat to high and bring this to boil. So this has come to boil. I'm going to turn the heat to simmer. Then set the timer for 10 minutes. And then cook like this and simmer for 10 minutes. So 10 minutes has passed. I'm going to turn the heat off. And just like regular rice, I'm going to let this steam on its own heat for another 10 minutes. So 10 minutes has passed. Oh yeah, this is looking really good. Then let's mix this up. Oh yeah, so on the bottom we have so-called okoge, or burnt parts. This is also gonna add it to the flavor. Then this is finished. Let's put it in a bowl. Then with that, this is finished. Let's eat. Oh, it's smelling so good. Let's eat. Itadakimasu. Okay, let's dig in. Itadakimasu. Oh, this is so flavorful. It has the protein of chicken and 2 different kind of mushrooms, and combined is just so delicious. Every now and then I hit the ginger and just gives a little punch to it. This is so delicious. And also, just to change up the flavor, you can also eat this with nori seaweed or with roasted sesame seeds. These are also good to go with it. So you can wrap it up in nori seaweed like this. This nori seaweed gives a little bit of the oceanness to it. Also really good. I can also sprinkle the sesame seeds. Yes. This roasted sesame seeds also adds a little layer to the flavor. So delicious. And also you can combine both of them. Itadakimasu. Also a good combination. Oh, that was so totally delicious. ごちそうさまでした. Oh, that was so totally savory. So as you saw, making this Takikomi-Gohan is really nothing complicated. And like I said, you can be very creative what ingredients to put inside. So I hope you give this a try yourself and incorporate this Takikomi-Gohan into your repertoire. If you did enjoy this video, I'd love it if you hit the like button for me. And if you have any questions or requests or any feedback, please feel free to write anything in the comments below. And if you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe. I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye.